3, 2,
Hey everybody, welcome to Dave and Joe Liberty
One.
Stand. What?
1. 3, 2, 1. It's late. Go.
1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, welcome to Dave and Joe Liberty Stand.
We gotta have fun.
Joe's going to tell us what we're talking
Oh,
about.
really? I thought you were gonna tell us.
Well, I am, but you're going to.
Oh, you're gonna. Okay. I'm gonna intro.
You're going to intro it.
I'm gonna title it. Okay.
Yeah.
Life is not nearly as hard as you make it. And then you're just taking a drink, right? When I say that.
Yeah, because
Life is not nearly as hard as we make it.
it's way more complicated. And
Punchline.
And it depends on what view of the prism you look through as to what it is. What does that mean? What do you think that means?
Well, you kind of poked me and hinted to me, but like for instance, one way to look could be your worldview. So one way you
That
look
is
at
what
it,
it is, but
okay.
Yeah.
So do you look at the world from a perspective that there's a God that has created all things and he's in control, or what's the other?
It can be perceived that way, but this is a more positive negative thing.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to be a religious person to, when I get up every day and most of us get up every day. Hey, we didn't win the lottery. We're not thrilled about where we're going unless you own the company or something. And sometimes you're not even thrilled about that.
Exactly.
It depends on your way of thinking. I mean, everything in life. How do I look at it? It's not what everybody in life has terrible things that happen to them. Everybody has bad things. There's nobody that has this golden life where their parents live forever, their grandparents live forever, and their kids get straight A's, and marry millionaires, and you're got this huge. No,
but you still have to face what we all do.
You got to roll out of bed and do what you got to do, and it's how you look at what you're doing. And you know what? If you're not happy with what you're doing, what are you doing to change that? And like Joe said in the beginning, hey, help from God. He's a good partner. So there's a lot of different. I'm getting lost here. It's a late night.
Well, there's a lot of different views.
A lot of different views about. I mean, I really, really, really want to do something. My job's very physical. I'm not a very fit. I don't like that. I love the people I work with. I love my boss and his whole family.
And you're gonna make sure he hears this.
You're damn right. Video. I love you guys. But
early retirement, provide for his insurance.
No, I'm not going to get that. I know
kidding.
that. There's 3 of us.
So you
sure
like your.
No, I don't like what I don't. Nah, that's not even a fair saying. I don't like the moving back and forth, the heavy stuff. I don't like that. Okay, I'm not a mover. Okay.
So your point is that.
My point is, Can I read that again?
Everybody has I can read it. I got it right here as well.
Well, it's not hard as you make. You know what? I don't love lots of parts of my job, which most people don't. But so what? What parts do you like? Focus on that. I mean, do you like your boss? And if you don't, why are you still there? Why aren't you looking?
Do you like your show co-host?
Well, it varies every show. But,
well,
no, I'll be honest with you. I love Stanley. He's a good boy.
Because he doesn't get you mad. It's like oh my gosh, between you and my wife, it's like I really
Well, I think maybe this is not the right time since we're doing a show, but we've been having a thing. So
you and Stanley.
Well, I met you and your wife, but that's even more funny. So yeah, me and Stanley have been having a thing.
Well, because one thing, Dave, when you look at this prism, and you were talking about wait a minute, you were talking about how, people's job. There was something you were saying in job and family and their success, okay, or whatever, their life and throughout their life. But the problem is 10 out of 10 people die. And so
I saw a survey on that.
Did you? Yeah. There's no one's going to get out of this thing alive. There
was a book called that, and it's about Jim Morrison.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and what I'm getting at, though, is that worldview, are really two opposing worldviews. One that believes there is an eternity, and there's a heaven and a hell, and the other one that believes, the other person that would believe that there's no afterlife. So when I die, that's it. No, nothing happens. So those are the two opposing worldviews.
Now,
there's three pieces of that, and we talked about this a little bit before, but where did we come from, what went wrong, and how do we fix it? Those three questions.
I like that, yeah.
So ultimately, that prism, and it's not about religion. We call it that, but it's about a relationship.
No, I was just going to say, first of all, say it again, do the trio.
Well, okay, the three is how did we get here, what went wrong, and how do we fix it?
No, but if you do not address these things, you're not getting out of the hole, man. I mean, it's as simple as that.
And you have to make
you
up
have
your
to admit
decision.
The fact that you're in a bad spot, and you have to admit that it's your fault.
I see where you're going. Yeah,
you have to go. You know what? I might have I've made a mistake here. Perhaps it's on me.
Yeah.
You know what? When you want to keep blaming other people after you've went through about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 people to blame, maybe it's
we need to look in the mirror.
Right.
I mean, I do. I need to. The prism is reflection back on us. Is what did I do, or who am I, or how did I get here? Or what were the decisions that I made? Even though we all have, struggles or difficulties or circumstances that with other people's choices or other events happen that affected us, ultimately, when we stand and look in that mirror, look through that prism, whatever, we have to, what was my response in that? How did I respond to that situation, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, because you talk about what the top. Go ahead. I'm going to look at this real quick. Go ahead. You got something on your mind.
Life happens to everybody, man. When I say that, I mean bad stuff. And it's what happens to you is not what is it that happened to me to make it this way. It's how you respond to it. It's your response to bad stuff. Bad stuff happens to everybody, every single one of us.
Right.
How do you respond to that? That is how what determines where you go from there. And it means everything. It means everything. That's why I'm here after my 30th birthday. No, I mean, I'm way past my 30th birthday, but I mean, people lost money on that.
That you survived.
Right, yeah.
Because of the choices that we made.
I'm still here.
Well, just think about that, I guess. That's something to close this, to wrap this one up. How, and I don't know, something that comes to my mind, though, is if we continue down a path that's going to lead us, like Dave's talking about, we're heading, like, say, the scenario that I'm heading for a wall or I'm heading for a cliff, but I don't realize it, or if I never change, if I never allow myself to see what's coming, the path I'm on. And sometimes we are blinded to it.
Eyes wide open, man. You gotta always know what's going on.
Yeah, be aware, and that's what that's what this show's about. Again, we're throwing up the flare.
Own your crap, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
But flush it because it's gonna stink.
It's never about the mistake. It's about denying it.
Yeah.
Or covering it up.
Right. Ignoring it.
So you know what? I don't know if you saw this, but I screwed up, man. I'm sorry. I did this thing over here, and I'm sorry, and I messed up. You know what? Okay, just don't do that again. Don't, I mean, that's what it's all about.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, people make mistakes.
Well, and there's an aspect of this, too, that it comes down to worship. And I know that may seem way off, but, again, the opposing worldviews, are... And ultimately, we're going to worship something, someone. Either it's self or God. So, I know. We got to wrap it up.
We got to do another one because I can't on this. We got to do another one.
So
we'll do it. Yeah, I'm going to follow this up.
Okay, we'll be right back. We'll come right back. We'll be right back. God bless you.